Okay, welcome to a new segment that I want to start bringing here that we're going to call Time Out for Big Feelings. I think it's really important that we take time to step aside, to step out of the go busyness of life to process our big feelings. I know that this is a little bit tongue-in-cheek. There's a lot of parenting culture out there that uses the big feelings language, and I think that there's something really good about that. Regardless of parenting culture and your thoughts on it, I would invite you to take those thoughts and accept that they might be some big feelings. And with that, I really think that as we strive to grow as people, as we enter into deeper relationships with others in our communities, we need to accept and acknowledge these different parts of us, these different feelings that are coming up, because if we don't, they're going to come out sideways. And so these segments are going to be a little bit more raw, just some of my big feelings that I'm going to process and get vulnerable with here. Some of them might seem really silly, some of them are going to be more intimate, but I want to share with you all just what this might look like, and how I do this. I'm not saying that you have to do this the same way that I'm doing it. I'm just sharing with you an option, a possibility for something that might be helpful. My big feelings right now are a lot of people have been asking for what are you doing, Jake? Like, we've seen these graphics, we've seen these logos, like you're doing a podcast, you told us you're doing a podcast, we're really excited about it. And I'm really excited about it too. And I've been reflecting on what's going on, like where is the hang up? And part of it is just right now being in the CPMAP program with Catholic Psych, and working my full-time job and working my part-time job and taking care of all 7 boys, one of whom has some pretty severe special needs and is in a specific program, that there is just a logistical, there are only 24 hours in a day, right? And this is something that I really feel called to, and I really feel is important. And so trying to prioritize all of those things together and make space and make room for all of those things in the way that I'm being called in my vocation by God and to my family to prioritize these things. All of that is in the mix. But I think at the end of the day, I just got out of Home Depot. You can see the shelving back there for the laundry room that I'm redoing. Here's what happened. My wife is like, I want to help you. I want to start, helping come up with some stuff. So send me a summary of like your thoughts, your voice, your branding, your vision. And regardless of what you think of AI and the robots, I have found it really helpful for just putting all of my thoughts into one space and being able to pull those thoughts without having to search through files and whatnot. And the fact that I can do it in audio version is really helpful for me as someone who processes really well through audio and through reading, but I'm not always at my computer. So I know that there's a lot of controversial thoughts about there. out there about that, about the use of AI. That's not what this is about. I'm just letting you know that for me it was helpful. And so I asked my robot helper to just give me a summary of all of the conversations in the context of my wife wants to understand the branding and the voice and what we're going for. And I was walking through Home Depot, like skimming it, like reading through it, like thinking like, oh, this will be nice, but I'm probably gonna have to like tweak and do this and do that. And y'all, I almost started crying in the middle of Home Depot, which is probably a big cultural faux pas for men in the United States, but I don't care. Like, here I am. I was reading everything that I had been putting in, all of this input that I had had, all of these tweaks and edits, and like this is what I'm striving for, and you know, let's update this, and let's look at, like, I want to make sure that we capture this. And it gave me a bite-sized summary of the last 6 months, year of kind of identity, direction, where we're going. And it captured it really well, and so well that I almost started crying in the middle of Home Depot, because I have such a desire for what this project is. I have such a deep longing for what we're gonna do here, and for what this can be, and for what this can mean for individuals, and for communities, and for anybody that wants to get on board with taking a deeper look at what relationships and community and how we interact in those messy, complicated systems looks like. And as I composed myself and went and bought my shelving and reflected a little bit, there was a part of me that was like, we gotta go, we gotta just drop everything and do all of this right now, and like scorched earth, just move forward. It's like, and what's holding me back? There's the excitement there, but really what it is like, Jake, why haven't you just started putting some things out? And I realize that there's a deep desire to do this so well for you. I don't want to put out something that's half-baked, that's too whimsical or too serious, or like, I just want to find that right balance. And I got some feedback on a video that I made for another podcast that had asked me to make a cocktail for an episode that they were doing, and the feedback was about authenticity. And I was reflecting on that with this desire to really put out something good and high quality and purposeful, and I'm like, and you know what? We can do all of that. We can do all of that together, but I think what we really need is authenticity. And as we're talking about relationships and community in this digital world where I don't even know what's real anymore in videos that I see on people's reels, and it's like, you see cute animal videos, and then I see another one with a different animal, but it's the exact same background, and I'm just like, I don't know what's real anymore. And so in my desire to give you guys something really helpful and really awesome, and that will entertain you, but also help draw out conversation between you and people that you love, and people that you don't love, and just all of that, the bottom line came down to authenticity. And I just really want to give you something authentic, and so that's why I'm here. And I wanted to give a little bit of a behind the scenes look at why hasn't this come out yet, Jake. You know, I had a launch goal of having a couple episodes up by the end of October, and we don't have that yet. And part of that is because I've been hung up on this. I just want to get it right. I want to have everything set up and in the space, and we're not there, but we're gonna move forward. We're gonna just keep taking steps forward, and so this is that. As we make some time out for these big feelings, for my big feelings are, I want to give this to y'all so bad, and I'm really worried that, and I'm really anxious that it's not going to be good enough. And so I'm going to work through that, and I'm going to balance that, and I'm going to bring you... Okay, talking about being real, my phone just ran out of storage, which means I'm talking too long. But also, holy smokes, I felt like what I was saying and where I was going was really where I wanted to end, and the phone cut off, and the first big feeling thought that I had, part that came up like swinging, was delete the whole video. This isn't good. Now you're gonna have to have an edit, and you don't want to like have to have edited videos. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna smash this under the end of what I had, let y'all know what happened, and move forward, because it's really important that we get this out there, that we get... I really want to do this for you, and so I can't promise perfection, but I can promise authenticity. God bless y'all.